Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I am so excited to be able to do a video today because it's been a busy day. But okay, let me just check this out on another device because I can do that today and I could not do that last time. I got this. And let me do just one more thing, and I think I can do it while I'm live. So I'm gonna try. I've never done it before. So let's see. Or not. Network unavailable. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I can't do it. Hey, Sister Kyra, how are you? How are you enjoying your life after school? So I think you said you graduated, I think. But yes, so let's get into it. My name is Tiana. I do all kinds of things on this channel. Following my micro-loc journey is the biggest thing. Now, because going on live requires like some extra streaming power that regular phones don't seem to have, so my face might freeze, but as long as my voice continues, then we should be okay. So hopefully you just bear with me. But I'm so excited to do this topic. So yes, my name is Tiana. I do all kinds of things on this channel. Talking about my micro-locs is the biggest thing, but we talk a lot about hair care. Hi, Sister Francis, how are you today? We talk about hair care. I love DIY stuff, so I do a lot of DIY projects, all of that fun stuff. So if any of that interests you, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, and give me a thumbs up to this video. Yes, that's good. I'm glad you're in college. I hope it goes really well. I hope your first semester is a good experience for you. Like, that is super exciting. I did a couple of shorts, talking about it because we got to talk about it because we have to. Let me just double check this real quick. Because it's going to keep freezing on me because it's rude. Let me say something. And let me check one more thing. The corner I need to press is going to, okay. I'm gonna do that and hopefully it will help. Hopefully it will help. I'm doing pretty good today. I had a busy day too, so yeah. But I wanted to get this video out. So anyways, let's get started. Definitely share your thoughts in the live chat, or you can leave it in the comments after the video and all, but let me know your thoughts. Let me start off by saying two things. First and foremost, I would never say that anybody has bad hair, so I made sure I put it in quotes today because people are just so testy on the internet. They're just so sensitive. I would never say anybody has bad hair because I honestly don't think that is a thing to have bad hair. Hey girl, hey Shades of Sage. Don't forget to subscribe to her channel, everyone. But yes, I wouldn't say anybody has bad hair. Even if your hair is not what you want it to be or not all that it should be, it doesn't mean that it can't get there. And it still doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means it needs some extra TLC. It needs some extra care. We got to work on it to get it to where we want it to be at. And I also want to say, a lot of people, I got so many comments, not a lot, but I got some, and they were very funny and interesting to read. But also, let's not confuse your hair not being done with bad hair, because there is a difference between your hair not being done and you having unhealthy hair, because unhealthy hair could still be done. There's plenty of people, probably a majority of people, that's just the truth of it. Majority of people, especially us black women, as those of us with super curly hair, a majority of us have too many of us have unhealthy hair, even though their hair might be done or it might be styled. Thank you so much, Shades of Sage. But yes, so yeah, there's a difference. When I say bad hair, and first off, I have to say things like that because it's catchy on the title. But when I say bad hair, I'm really talking about hair that is unhealthy. Like your hair is unhealthy and your hair is not thriving. If you have hair like that, you will not. If I can help it, you won't be doing mine. I'm just not gonna let you do it. And also let me say, for those who don't know, I am a hairstylist myself. I am a licensed cosmetologist. So I do hair. I love doing hair. I love hair. I just sit around sometimes and watch hair and watch how it looks because I just love the way, I just love hair. I love things about hair. Thank you, Kyara. So we can actually start there. So I wrote down some notes. So we could start there. First and foremost, as a cosmetologist, I did go to beauty school and we learned about hair, but you do not learn about black hair. You don't. In cosmetology school, you don't learn about black hair. You learn a majority of things is for people who have straight hair, Caucasian type hair. You don't even really learn about curly hair either. It is taught to us and we're said, it's in the book, right, that there's different types of wave patterns. I learned that from them, different types of diameter of your hair strands. I learned that in cosmetology school. But as far as caring for black hair, you don't learn that in cosmetology school. So that's part of the problem right there, why some cosmetologists' hair is not all that it should be. That is definitely a shame. Even like when they get to the section of hairstyling, they talk about braids, which, traditionally is something that black people wear, but it's not black people braids they're talking about. It's like, they call it all kinds of stuff like rope braids, and they're talking about styles you would do on Caucasian people. They're not teaching you about black people and black hair. So what had to happen and what has happened, thank God for, we started going natural in 2010. They went to the internet, they started doing their own research, and they started finding out what does my hair need or how can I make my hair healthy. But you have to find that out on your own. But as a cosmetologist by yourself, and if you're just relying on what they teach you in school, you will not be learning how to care for black hair. Now, it did teach me some things. It taught me about wave patterns. It taught me the biggest thing I could say I learned from cosmetology school is how bad relaxers are. That relaxers are bad for you and terrible for you. And yet, even though we had this knowledge in cosmetology school, when I went not natural, all of my teachers were so upset. They were so upset about me going natural, and they were like, you're going to ruin your hair. You're not going to like it. Are you sure you want to go natural? All of this stuff. Why? Because they don't know about black hair. So most hairstylists, if they went to school, they didn't even learn about black hair in the first place, which means now your hairstylist needs to learn about hair, her or himself. Let me read Sister Francis' comment real quick. Oh. Yes, but some of these styles, I'm going to try to really get on a mannequin and do some styles for you, because I think a lot of you could do a lot more styles than you think you can do, because many of these styles look good on all types of limbs. So you might, I don't know, Sister Francis, you might be able to do it now. But yes, Shades of Sage, people are still trying to justify relaxers. And yet it's like, no, relaxers are not good, and we know they're not good. The people that sell us the relaxers know they're not good. So that's one, first off, why some hairstylists have bad hair. They're not taught it. And if they don't do the research themselves, they're never going to learn it. Then you go into the fact that in my last video I mentioned, just because you're a hairstylist does not mean you know about hair care. So many hairstylists can style your hair and have it looking nice and slayed and fried and dyed and all of that good stuff, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy hair. And that's because, again, they didn't learn. And if they don't do the research, you're not going to know. And if it's not a priority to the hairstylist, if your hair health is not a priority to you or the hairstylist, it's just not going to happen. And I say this from experience. From the salons that I worked in, there were too many hairstylists in the salon who would have a nice weave in or yeah, a nice weave-in, because their natural hair was not what they wanted it to be, or they would take the easy way out, okay? So don't be mad, because the other thing they would do, if they're not gonna wear a weave, they're gonna take the easy way out, which is cut your hair. Cut your hair all to one length, most likely a short length, and then they dye it. So now you look like you got this super cute style. Nobody's worrying about whether or not you know about hair care, because you got this short style. And you're welcome, Sister Francis. You've got your short style, and so you look like it's short on purpose. But in all honesty, if you tried to grow it out that style, you will see a lot of different things. And when I say I'm looking at their hair, some of the things I'm looking for is if your hair is super dry. Because super dry hair, when it's curly hair, Black people with super dry hair, most times we're going to experience breakage, because our hair, the curls need moisture. Like, it needs moisture, and if you're not putting enough moisture in it, and if it's drying out too much, it's going to break out. So when I'm thinking about unhealthy hair, I'm looking to see first and foremost if it's dry. That's like a number one of the most telltale signs about somebody's hair health when they are, those of us with curly hair, is if it's dry. If your curls look like they need some water ASAP, or it doesn't even look like curls anymore because it's like you combed it out. You could have combed out your curls or something like that. And so now it just looks dry. I'm looking for unevenness in your hair. Like, is the middle of your hair a lot shorter than all the other sections? Do you have bald spots in your hair? And I'm not saying bald spots that come from health stuff. Like, none of this I'm saying. If it's related to health, that's something different. That's something you can sometimes work. You can't. It's hard to work on. But I'm not. You have bald spots in your hair because your hair styles, the styles you're doing, are creating bald spots. Now, I don't know if anybody I used to work with watches my videos, but if they do, they're gonna be like, oh, this girl is calling me out. But I had one hairstylist I worked with, loved her to death, and she had really long hair. Like, for a Black woman, really long. I want to say her hair was like broad strap length, if not long. She had long hair, but she had bald spots on the side, and that was because I'm pretty sure it's because of how she would style her hair. Because at that time when we did weaves, we did a lot of glue. That black glue, woo! That black glue was no good. We did a lot of gluing, and we did a lot of braids, and those stuff will pull out your edges for sure. It's just really no healthy way to do it. So even though her hair was long, she didn't really wear it out. I don't know if she didn't like it or not, but she didn't really wear it out. But I do know she did have those bald spots, and most likely it's from the glue and stuff. Stuff like that messes up. Nicest hairstylist, I'm looking to see if it's dry. I'm looking to see if you got missing parts to your hair. I'm looking to, if you're taking care of it, your ends still look pretty good for the most part. For if I'm saying a hairstylist with unhealthy hair that I don't expect to do mine, because you haven't mastered your own yet. And let me also say, I use this for a lot of things in life. When I'm taking a lot of advice, if you're giving me advice about something, the first thing I'm going to do is look at you. If you're giving me advice about hair, I'm looking at your hair first. If you're giving me advice about health issues, I'm considering your health first. Like, I'm considering those things first. If you're giving me relationship advice, I'm looking at your relationship first. Like, I'm looking at those things first to see, have you tried it? Because if you haven't tried it and you want me to be your guinea pig, no. Like, I could be my own guinea pig. I could try out stuff for myself on my own. And yes, Shades of Sage, I can't believe we did glue either. I cannot believe that. And let me also say, because this is a problem, which is why I'm trying to voice my opinion on this as well. I don't know if you watch how skilled people are becoming with weaves. If you watch how skilled people are becoming with weaves and wigs, and they got bonding, and you can bond strands of hair to your hair, and you got the lace fronts that look like it is your hair. Like, there really is no real way of telling whose hair is coming out their scalp, because weave and wigs have gotten so intricate today that it just all looks so real. But you know what? It takes a lot of learning and practice to do somebody's hair and make it seem like it's theirs coming straight out their scalp, because you're that skilled at putting in added hair. And I just wish that us Black women would take the time we put into mastering how to get a good weave or how to get a good wig or whatever the case may be, we will put that same effort and same time into mastering what does my hair need, how can I take care of my hair. Somebody made a comment on my on a video, which was very, very good, and they were just saying, listen, yeah, it's really silly. And it's a bit sad too. It's sad because the energy we put into doing somebody else's, to put in hair in our head that's not even ours, we could really be working on figuring out what does our hair want and what does our hair need. But a good comment I saw on one of my videos was, if you are a makeup artist and your makeup is looking messed up, people are not going to want to go to you to get their makeup done. Now, again, I don't wear makeup, but that makes complete sense to me. If your makeup is messed up, or if your makeup is too much, it's got you looking like a clown, or the colors ain't right, just something ain't right, it's got you looking crazy, why would I let you touch my face? I'm not doing it. Same thing with barbers. Like, guys, do not play that. If I'm going to a barber and his hair is never cut, it's never cut. His shape up is crooked. Things are not looking right. They're not going to go to that barber. So I feel like it's the same way with us as hairstylists. It's like you're advertising your work. Yes, it's Kyra, they be looking like clowns. It's like you're advertising your work. So if you're going to tell me you could do my hair, then I'm going to look at your hair and see, are you doing your own? Are you keeping up with your own? Are you taking care of your own? Because I'm looking at you first. Now, I had one lady comment. I didn't respond to you yet, but I will get to you. But let me just touch on this a little bit. So one lady said, and a couple of people tried to say, that I'm the hairstylist, so just right. It makes sense to me too. But some people tried to say, well, I'm the hairstylist, I'm busy, I don't have time to do my hair. Or I'm the hairstylist, don't worry about what my hair looks like, just make sure that I do your hair nice. That doesn't even make any sense. That doesn't even make no kind of sense. And let me tell you why. If you are a true hairstylist, I don't know any, okay, good hairstylists out there who are like really good at what they do, who do not know how to get a quick style, like who do not know how to do a style in a time crunch. Like, I don't got a lot of time, but I know how to put my hair in this really cute bun real quick. I only got 5 minutes, but I know how to get my curls popping real quick. I only got 3 minutes, but I know how to do these 2 ponytails, and I'm gonna look like I actually did my hair. Like, I don't know any hairstylist that doesn't know how to do a quick style really quick. So that's not going to work for me, that you're so busy that you cannot do your hair. Is it possible, and is it going to happen sometimes? Absolutely. We're human. Life is busy. Like I said, my day today is super busy, and I'm behind on the things I want to do. So absolutely, you could be busy and your hair not be in a style that you want it to be in, but your hair kind of looking all over the place. I don't know about that. And let me say 2 things. So one, I had a client recently, and I don't know I think maybe I woke up late. I have no idea. But all I know is when she came, I didn't have time to do my hair, right? So I usually sleep with sometimes I sleep with 2 buns. And so, yes, so I did her wash. And I think I did almost her whole hair. I did her wash and her retwist, and I sat her under the dryer. But the whole time, y'all, I had this funky hat on. It wasn't funky, but it looked funky. Like, I had this hat on top of the two buns. So it just looked a little crazy, you know what I mean? Like, it just looked a little crazy. And I know she was not expecting that, because a lot of clients do look at my hair. That's what they're looking at. But I'm like thinking to myself, I wasn't quite ready to take my hair down. I'm also thinking as soon as I'm done, I'm about to go to sleep. So, no. So I wasn't really trying to do it. But while she was under the dryer, I went into the bathroom and I put my two buns in just a little bit neater so that I wasn't taking them out of my nighttime style. But normally when I sleep at night, I don't have tight buns. Why? Because I care about my hair care. So I don't have tight buns. So all I did was go to the bathroom, make the buns a little bit tighter, fluff them up a little bit, and make them look cute, and came back out. And when she saw me, she was like, oh, they're so cute. And I'm thinking to myself, thank you. Because I know that in a crunch, when I got a couple of minutes, I could do this style really quick and it's going to look cute. So I don't want to hear that you're a hairstylist that is so busy that you never have your hair done. Every time I come to you, your hair is not done. That is a problem for me. That's a problem for me. Y'all do what y'all want to do out there. You get whatever hairstylist you want to get. But I tell you what, if you was doing my hair and every time I come to you, your hair is not done, that's a problem for me. It don't got to be the most intricate style, but it should be done some kind of way. That also makes me wonder about people who say that many times are not people that work in hair salons. Because when you work in a hair salon and that is that your place of business, you're not coming in there with your hair undone. You're not, because I've I've done that a couple of times when I was working in a hair salon and my hair wasn't undone, but at the time I was transitioning from having a relaxer to natural. So if anybody knows about transitioning, they'll get a little funky. So I was transitioning and I was learning how to do my hair because I had come from having a relaxer and wearing a lot of weaves, and I had to learn how to do my hair. So some days I thought I looked good. My thing was I just want to wear my own hair. So I thought that I look cute, but let me tell you something. My boss did not play that. If I came in and that hairstyle wasn't exactly what it needed to be, she'd be like, yeah, you're going to go in the back and you're going to fix that because you're not going to be on the floor like that today. And I'm like, no, you don't like this. This is not working for you. And so I'd have to go and fix it. Why? Because the clients that's coming in are looking at me and they're not going to want me to do their hair if my hair does not look right. So sometimes people that do hair not in like a professional establishment, sometimes they're a little quicker to say, oh, my hair not done, but that's okay. Let me just do you. No, because keep the same professionalism that you would have if you were working in a salon, because many salons, they're not having it. They're not going to have the stylist on the floor and the stylist hair is not done. So can it happen that sometimes as a stylist, you're so happening? No. You're a hairstylist. You most likely, you know how to get a quick style that looks, kind of nice. So let me see if there's anything I forgot that I wanted to say. You guys can all let me know your comments down below. But yeah, that was very interesting to me that some of the people that commented were like, don't worry about my hair, just make sure I do yours right. No. If you didn't do yours right, what makes me think you about to do mine right? What makes me think that? I don't think that. Let me see. But yeah, honestly, I think it just goes back to you. With any business, you kind of got to do like your research and stay fresh on things anyway. So hair is one of those too. You have to be able to learn what it takes for your hair in order to learn how to care for somebody else's hair. So yes, let me see. Yeah, I feel like I talked about a lot of good stuff. Yep, I feel feel like I did. I feel like I did on my little notes, you know, that is in here. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are, you know. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I feel like this happens too much with us black women, that we will let other women touch our hair, and they probably shouldn't. And even if their hair is not all they want it to be, at least if they're working on it, like trying to work on it. But initially, the first thing I'm gonna do is look at your hair, and then I'm gonna think to myself, do I want them to do that? And I honestly, that's one of the reasons why I don't let people do my hair. Like, I don't let people do my hair for the most part, because that's a tricky business. And I have the type of hair that I know breaks off easily. So if you're doing something my hair don't like, it will respond, it will start breaking off, and then I gotta deal with it. And that's just not what I want. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Any other thoughts, comments, make sure you leave them down below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, Kyara. Yes, there's definitely a difference, a big difference between if you have healthy hair, if you're styling hair and having healthy hair. And a lot of stylists, especially those that do black hair, they can style your hair and do an excellent job, but they're not going to care for it. And that's why I don't really like the word hairstylist, because it's emphasis on the styling. And sometimes you got to put health over styling. Like, even with the hairstyle that I have right now, super cute. Love it. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. But you're not going to see me wearing this all the time. Absolutely not. Because I know health-wise, not a good idea. Because for one, I put the buns in there, and then I put a rubber band to kind of keep them in place. Now, even though I don't wrap them, I hardly ever, I'm gonna do another video, because some of y'all with head coverings, I gotta get y'all, because y'all be doing stuff y'all not supposed to be doing. But I hardly ever wrap any scrunchie or bow tie around several times, or even twice. So I put the rubber band on just once. But even that, I feel like I could feel it. I could feel it, and if I could feel it pulling on anything, then nope, not a good idea to be wearing it all the time. So as cute as the style is, you will not see me with it all the time, even though I think it is a super cute style, because I know that buns are not something you want to wear repeatedly over and over and over again. In the long run, it's not going to be a good thing. And the next thing I know, I got short locks all in the front because I broke them off from putting these buns in all the time. And it's not worth it. So I think too many times people go to, I'm going to try to, Kyra, I'm going to try. I got to do a video too. But a lot of times people go to the hairstylist to get their hair done and to get it styled. And a lot of people are just worried about if it looks good, and they don't understand the long run of it looking good in that style. Most times it's not styles that you should be keeping in. I do want to shout out, I think her name is Shanice. I think that's how you say it. I've been watching some of her videos on TikTok, I think. I've been watching some of her videos, and I watch some of the styles that she gives are they're styles that will help you preserve the health of your hair. The curls are popping as they should be. It looks moisturized. So that's one of the few, because it's so few salons that you can go to and get care for your hair versus you just trying to get it styled. So even though she's styling people's hair and giving them a nice style that they can have, it's not so much to where things that your edges or anything's being pulled out, but it's also preserving a lot of moisture. And for curly hair, that is what we need. We have to preserve the moisture. But yes, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I hope you enjoyed my little rant about hairstylists whose hair is not done. They won't be doing mine, but if you want one, it's just for everybody, hairstylists and no hairstylists. You know, just take the time to learn what our hair needs. That's all. Take the time to learn what it needs. Give it what it needs. Give it what it wants as much as possible. And you will see your hair thrive a whole lot. Yes, she does, Shima. She seems like she does a great job. But yes, I hope to see you all in the next one. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Share this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and to give me a thumbs up. And I hope to see you in the next one. Until next time. Adios.